All right, guys. Okay, let's do this real quick. I know I'm live. Let me put the chat up just in case somebody wants to speak. All right. Okay, that was me. What a day. Okay, you guys, I know a couple people might roll in at some point, but you're welcome to chat up the whatever right there, right? Okay, so I know everybody has been kind of broke the internet over here. I love the live stream. Hi Michael, what's up? What's up? Thank you for always joining my live. It's how are you? How you feel about the stream? Hold on, let me see. Not my stream. This um did you watch live or were you able to kind of see everything? The whole entire thing. Um it In my opinion, this stream was so funny. I love how, because I'm sure this is aligned with what his personality is. And, as a person who watch his, his analysis on the GME thesis and all that stuff, it's like aligned with his personality. And the media doesn't know what to do. I saw. Oh my God. Look at this. Like, I was laughing my ass off. I was like, man, this man. And I thought if the live stream was just him doing that the whole time, that would have been such a genius move. Like, just like that the whole time. Just like that. The whole hours of him doing that. Man, that would have been epic too. But I'm glad that, also we get to know what he was up, his whole position and everything. So it's a very the world's never seen anything like this, I feel like. Thank you for having such a great stream. Oh, thank you. I want to yes, I mean, like, oh, I was laughing the whole time. Of course I was at work. I couldn't I could not stop laughing. Now I was like listening to him. I didn't watch the whole interaction on the screen. I rewatch it later and then, understand. Yes, he still have the same thesis. He still have the same thesis, and it's nothing changed yet, right? Just like he explained, he reserved his right to change his mind, which is, like anybody who's in this play or in this company, whatever market participant that you want to pick and choose to be in, it depends on who you are. Are you like since the beginning, right? Are you a investor of the company? Are you rooting for the company to succeed and buy shares? Or are you one of those type that are traders, right? And so if you're traders, you're going to be pissed at the point that Ryan Cohen issuing more shares, right? To try to kill your momentum or whatever. Like, duh. Ryan Cohen is trying to operate a multi-billion dollars enterprise here. Okay, so of course he's going to take advantage of this, right? So as a trader, you will not like this because you're like thinking that he's a villain or whatever. It's like, grow up. I mean, you should have, know what you're getting yourself into. Now, but anyway, I'll explain that later. This seems like a few people new here. Welcome. I don't like the dilution. And at least do it next week. I know. Look, hey, you know what you get yourself into when you buy call, buy put, or whatever. Try to predict the direction of the stock. And I've been covering this. Moran's been covering this, and this is where you get to decide, right? And if you don't like the dilution, get out. Sell the shares or whatever. I don't know. It's just so comical to me that people are so pissed. But I'll go over that in a bit here. How much did they raise? Not yet. We don't know. And that's the beautiful thing about this particular company, right? There's so many layers and funny things that's going to happen. And, I'm all here for all of that. Like the surprise elements, we don't know what's going on. And of course, the news media keep coaxing, this leadership doesn't do anything. Why are they not telling us what they're doing? And these people are people like me who's supporting the company, buying shares and all that stuff. It's like, really like we're dumb money and all that stuff. Again, this is the greatest show on earth in my opinion. Anyway, sitting on 4 billion. Hey Sean, thank you for joining. You're telling me to get out. I'm not telling you to do anything. It's your money. It's your investment or bet. I don't know. Tell me this. 788. Are you a trader? Are you an investor? What are you? If you don't mind me asking, you don't have to share. But because I don't like dilution. Okay. I mean, look at this man right here. He has hundreds of millions of dollars, right, in the play, and he's not like, look, he's chill. I don't know. Look, hey, if you lose money, I'm so sorry. I mean, who told you to get in, and at what point did you get in to this play? If you don't mind me asking, so. You just did. Okay. Hold on. Michael, positive from yesterday. The company get billions more cash and it just postponed, squeeze a little. Earnings announcement is out of the way now. Yes, that's true. Yes, we've known this before. The preliminary one. So now we got the actual one. So I'm going to go over that in a little bit here. Man, okay, so let's get to the show. And I agree with Michael here. So that's the gist of it. Now, it is a shell offering, right? Meaning shelf offering, meaning that they are, have yet. I hate to speculate how much they get, whether they are selling into this particular to kill the momentum. I don't know what the purpose of it is. All I know is that we have more cash now, right? And as an investor, like, hey, I've been here since before Warren Kitty, came back, the second coming of Christ over here. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. I've been buying since $10, right? And adding more, and before that, I was buying my cost average is pretty low, right? Now, around 30, 33, if I have to calculate it. But again, it's a ballpark here because I have so many share in so many different account here. But the moral of the story is that you have to understand who you are if you want to participate in this, stock. You have to understand who you are. Right? Are you a trader? Are you a, like option trader? Are you a volatility guy or are you what? So that's the whole point. Are you a short squeeze person? So depends on who you are, you're gonna feel differently. So to me, since I've been accumulating shares, I'm here for it, right? But anyway, so let's get through the form here. I know I have it over here. So let's fill it in. So the cell over here, if you copy and paste that one to my spreadsheet over here, let's do that live. It's funny. Hold on. I don't know why I did that. Well, I'll just do it later. And gross profit is over here. I know this is going to be a very boring life. Okay, just Just so people know, this is usually what I do with my life, okay? Oh my God. Okay. Let's do this one. Right, okay, and cell administrator. What the heck is this? Why is it? Ah, what's going on here? Where's my form? Let's see. Okay, so they're down. See, my thought it was 300 million, so that's even better. Right there. Okay, I mean, come on. Okay, let's do the expenses. Other expenses. You know what? I could do that later. Never mind. Okay. I'll fill this in later. And then let's do net. That's the most important one, right? So 32 million. So I had what? I had 37. So see? I mean, incremental improvement here. People gonna, it's like, it's a couple millions difference. But hey, this is a snowball effect that we're all here for, right? So currently, if you do a trailing 12 right here, you would have seen now that we're going to be in the $24 million in the positive, okay? This is what happened, is that, the fundamental of the company is incrementally improve year over year, or going to, right? In my opinion, this is the worst of it. If you look at the history of the balance sheets of this company, you would see that every single first quarter out here is the worst quarter. So it's blue sky up from here, you guys. Come on, like, what are you doing? So this is why it's important to go here. Fundamental matter. I know the news is telling you that the fundamental doesn't matter, that this company has terrible fundamental. That was 3 years ago. That was 4 years ago. That was 10 years ago. They want you to look backward in this company, but for some reason, NVIDIA is set up to be $10 trillion company. Okay? Okay. Is it $10 trillion today? How about 10 years ago? Where was NVIDIA at? Understand what you're getting yourself into. This is not a get rich quick thing. Yes, the media want you to think that, but the company have actual catalysts to go through. And yes, it's going to take 3 years. I mean, look at this man. How long do you think he's been in here? How long? And this is the commentator of him comically saying, look, he's been through the ringer, arms broken, bandage everywhere. It's like, it means that he's been holding this company for a long freaking time. How can anyone not see this? And I was like, yes, this is the growing pain of, you have a thesis and it's proving him right. But through all the duration of holding through, adding more to his position, like, it's evident. It's evident. And, this is what being an investor is all about. And the fact that he could play the volatility too. I mean, buying option, call option, or whatever, I'm sure he's very, very knowledgeable about when to buy the calls and when to, strike. And he got, yes, the first time he got lucky. The second time it was like, oh, hey, there might be something here. And honestly, the second time I feel like the reason why he's able to, amass all of these large position, like close to the institutional level of, position here, is because he has better data to go, like buying, meaning that I'm trying to say he probably have a team analysts, that he hire, on the side to kind of like, hey, can you check this? Can you check that? I mean, now that he has this money, of course he's gonna have better data to go by. So it's not a genius, you guys. Like, it's not a rocket science. I'm sure he has a team of lawyers behind him too, to try to protect his wealth as well. So this is what billionaires do. This is what 100 millionaires do. They don't just, dumb, foolish bets over here and try to get rich overnight. He held this position for a long time. When people, I'll keep telling you, remember, before he was here, the price was like, what, $10? The price was $10. And people were like, this guy already sold, you're stupid to buy into this particular one. Retail momentum is dying. Look, this stock is dying. Why are you holding on to this? Right? Remember the media. I mean, think about it. How many onslaughts of terrible news, like, to try to beat you down by investing in the company that works. And again, this is when I was focusing on, hey, this is the trend that you want to be in. And the fact that the company was profitable, I'm sure Keith was noticing this. I was like, this is ridiculous. Why are they dropping the price down when the company is profitable? And anybody could see through this, right? Or anybody who been in the company as long as he did would know the bullshittery that happens, right? And this is where the investor will win out in the long run. As far as the volatility traders, the shares dumper, or whatever you think we are back holding this, that's on you, because you have the wrong perception of the company. Okay? You have the wrong perception of what is going on. You think you could time it right and just like make billions of dollars on call option. That's on you, right? Now, if you have that bet, you would know, right, that there's a risk that you might be wrong, right? There you go. I mean, it's simple. Do you want to be a casino? You're in a casino, you're hoping to win big. And when you don't, you kicking and screaming because Ryan Cohen is trying to operate is trying to run a multi-billion dollars company. Right? It's ridiculous. But anyway, I'm sorry. I don't mean to scold you. Of course, I understand, when you lose money, this is what happened. The stock market, just like he said, it's risky, and, you're not always right? But when you are right, you might want to kind of reassess whether you're going to be right all the time. You see what I mean? So know who you are, know what you're getting yourself into, understand the dynamic of the market. And this is why I do what I have my strategy, and if you ever watch my old live stream, you would understand that, this is a growing pain and I'm here for it. I'm here for the company. I really am. And when I bought in, it was not because of the squeeze. And that's the standpoint that I'm at. And that's why I'm not pulling my hair off out every time the stock spike and it's like, and then you FOMO in. You've had a lot of people, I don't know if Manuel listening, but Manuel over here, used to be a bear. I cover the stock and he was here. I'm sure he bought at, yesterday he told me he bought at 40, right? And then now he's probably pulling his hair out. I don't know. Again, I don't know what type of position he has. But that's what happened when you FOMO in. When you see the stock at $10, you don't want to pull a trigger, right? You're like, it's like, oh, it's going to go down. It's going to go to $5. Oh, it's going to go down. It's like, again, this is the sentiment that they want you to feel, okay? So understand the stock market from that level, psychologically. Price, to me, has always been psychological, because this is the emotion. This is fear, like extreme fear, right? If you look at the indicator, I think there's a fear and greed indicator. So let me try to, fear and greed, psychological, like, and I'm sure market maker knows this very well. Okay, they have a team of psychologists to develop the algorithm. Okay, you have to understand this dynamic as well. It's all algorithm based to shake you out of your position, the strong conviction. Okay, so right here, I mean, this is the daily, right? And I was looking at this, and I was like, hey, fear, extreme fear. What is the golden rule of the stock market? Okay, buy when people are fearful, buy when there's blood in the street, even though if it is your own blood, right? Buy at the low and then sell at the high. Of course, the media wants you to sell over here, right? Who's telling to sell? Who's telling you to sell over here, right? Now, I have to be, careful over here, because if you think that this company is going to do fine, you would have buy into this, right? But if you think that this is just a gambling thing, you might be selling over here thinking that it's going to go down to $5, $6, $7, right? And again, that's the name of the game. In my little live stream, I was like saying, hey, this is an early trend. You want to, detect an early trend, and you want to beat the market, right? And so you have to outsmart everybody else. So my thought on this is, hey, and again, I didn't sell anything. I saw my portfolio went up because I'm here for the long term of the company, right? Now, I do have a portion of the bag that I have, the bag. I shouldn't say that. I have a different strategy, right, for different account that I have. And so the fluctuation, yes, I do play option too. I do, poor man covered call. Like yesterday, I told you I started that position a week ago. Now I closed down the covered call for the short dated one. So I'm actually waiting for the run again. And so, but yeah, people keep saying, oh, this is over, dilution is over. It's like, no, you guys, look, we were in the extreme greed. Okay, look at that. So of course it's going to cool down. Okay, we're still in the bullish stage here. Now, if you want to do a weekly time frame, look at this. On the weekly, we're still in the extreme. Like, there's more room to run on the weekly. Okay, you just need to zoom out. Chill. Now, monthly is a little bit different, but again, look at this. The monthly, you still have more room. Technically, it's still in the green, not extreme yet, right? So, zoom out. When doubt, you zoom out. Now, hourly, there you go. So there's different time frame here. Now, if you're here for the long run, you're going to have decades to wait. So there you go. Now, hold on, what do you guys? Sorry, I'm kind of ignoring your chat here. Yes, dilution is getting billion more cash. Idiot shorts double down. Yeah, I mean, look, I welcome them. Like, even retailers try to short this thing, I bet, and to me, those shorters will keep the price down so that I could accumulate more shares in the long run. This price point is still the price point that I'm willing to kind of like buy at any rate. Now, that ceiling or that floor is going to raise for me. And I'll go over my strategy again, just in case for people who are new to this. Okay. Short squeeze will still happen. I know. I mean, but again, I've always had this theory that it's going to be a multi-year squeeze, and it's going to be a slow, drawn out, like a death with 1,000 paper cut type thing, and we're going to milk this thing, right? But it's just not the time yet. Of course, again, people would love Ryan Cohen to be transparent about what is he going to do with the money. I trust Ryan Cohen. Like, so far he's done pretty well for the company, turning this company around in this manner. Yes, it was slow, but understand what the economic is. The economy is not as well as the news is telling you. People are getting laid off at every turn. People don't have the money to spend anymore, right? Those stimulus check that you received 3 years ago is drying out. Personal saving is down. Like, come on. Understand this. Like, food is going up like crazy. So the Main Street, the people that are working, putting food on the table, the people that are actually the economy, middle class, do not have money to spend. So therefore, the economy is not going to be doing fine. So as long as the people are not able to move the money around, you're not going to be able to take advantage of this. Like, so the fact that GameStop could survive this and now have billions of dollars to thrive during the time of thriving, right? Now it's not the time to thrive yet, because again, but the growth is like exponential, in my opinion, for the company. Okay, for the company. Now I'm willing to wait, just like Ron Kitty was saying. Like, he reserved the right to still, change his mind. If GME were to get into a pet rock business, okay, that's what he said, then great, that might not be a good one, but it's remained to be seen. So this transformation is here, and now that they have more money to do, that's dangerous for any short thesis. Like, it's completely killed the short thesis about this company that it's going under, that it's not worth anything, right? That it's worthless. Like, okay, like, oh, because it's uncertainties, like, because I don't know what they're gonna do with the billions. Well, let me put you in a different perspective here. Okay, so let's say, okay, let me go to this spreadsheet right here. Okay, so let me say this ahead of time. This is speculation, okay? Until I see the filing, how much money he's gonna make or whatever, or the company's gonna make, I will reserve my rights to be to speculate a little bit, okay? So let's say we already knew, because this filed already, we already knew they already raised this much at this particular price point. So now the new batch of dilution, quote unquote, will make let's say they sell it into the market today or yesterday. Sorry, yesterday. They would have $2.2 billion. So let's use that number, right? So at $30 a share, the company would have this much. Okay, can we do that? Can we do that? Oh, shit. So let's assume that it's $2.2 billion, okay? So I'm going to add that to the existing right here, $2.2 billion. Oops, am I doing it wrong? Sorry. Yeah. So assume that is the case, in which case book value, the float would be 426. So book value alone, it used to be, remember, it used to be $6.47. Now the book value is increasing. So what is there to complain about? The value of your shares increase in book value. And so that's what Marantz was saying in his live stream. It's like, there's nothing to complain about if you own shares. Now, if you own contract to get the share at a certain price, that's on you. Why don't you just buy shares and stop complaining about it? And man, people, but anyway, I know you want to bet it up, bet it down. I get it. People want to time it just like, right. They think that they got it right. In you have bear case, bull case, people going to participate in this stock. But the underlying company, now behind every stock, just like Peter Lynch is telling you, behind every stock, there's a company behind it, okay? Now, to say that the company don't have anything worth shit, that's wrong, right? At the very least, we could agree on that, in my opinion, right? There you go. It's worth something. $10 a share is cash. Straight up cash. Oh, cash, sorry. It's straight up equity in this company. So, at this price point, I feel like it's a steal. You know why? Because when it was $4 per share, right here, in case people forget, right here, I was like, this is a no-brainer. It's 50%. 50%. Okay, 50% shareholder equity versus share price. So right now, yes, it's going to present you another opportunity if you want to get into this company. Okay, bet on the company's success. Okay, I have to explain to you. If you want the success of the company, this is what investing is all about, right? You give the money to the company, to the leadership, okay, in order to hopefully that company would grow into something early on or in the year to come, right? Decades. You might be wrong about the thesis or whatever, but hey, that's the nature of trying to predict what a certain, company would do. Every company has to go through a growing pain. Just like I said, Amazon doesn't become Amazon in 3 years, okay? Amazon become Amazon in 30 years time frame, right? But in the last 20 years or, whatever, that's the growth stage. I mean, sorry. What I'm trying to say is that the company was doing well and the share price was down and people wanted you to sell at the bottom. Remember the dot-com bubble? When every other dot-com bubble bust, the share price of Amazon was like $1 or something. And Jeff Bezos was like recounting that. He was like, hey, the metric of the company is going up and up. Yes, it's slowly growing, incrementally growing, just like here, look, incrementally growing while the shares price is coming down. To me, that's an opportunity. Okay. Now, if you want to get rich tomorrow or within 2 weeks, good luck. Try to do that. Now you have this man over here try to show you his portfolio, and he's been in here for 5 years. You guys, that's what people forget. Like people think that he's getting rich overnight here, right? Oh man. Whew, sorry, I'm kind of babble a little bit here. Didn't see live stream into sound like a casino jackpot. Hey, I don't know. RC could have wait. I know. Look, timing is again. He's trying to operate a multi-billion dollars company, and it's him too. Like, think about it. He's diluting himself as well. Can you imagine that? And now he has the ability to add more shares. Don't you think that bullish as well? I mean, come on. I get it. You're frustrating, but come on. You have another opportunity to either, if you want to do calls, I mean, not financial advice, do a leap call or whatever, so you give yourself a little bit more time. But it's inherently risky as well, because if it goes the other way, for another year, sideways for another year, that call is going to be worthless. So that's why I developed my strategy to buy shares rather than call option. I have more shares than call option. Okay. Yes, you could hit it big, just like Keith over here trying to show you his portfolio. Hold on, let me see. Of course, it's only one stock, right? I get a kick out of that too. But let me see. You see over here, like he bought it at $5 a share or $5 per contract, right? That's his average cost right there. And now it's worth more. I'm sure he's been accumulating this like leap on a leap basis when the price was $10. And I'm sure he's understanding the OPEC cycle and all that stuff. It's going to go crazy. You know, like over here, when the price is low like this and he's been monitoring this stuff for a long time, you think he doesn't know what's going on with the data that he has and all that stuff about the stock, about the, you know, OPEC cycle, swap and all that stuff? I'm sure he has all of that available to him, right? He's an analytical person here, right? DFV, that's his screen name. Like, so he understands the value of this company. Yes, it's YOLO. It's you only live one type of deal, YOLO call or whatever. But he did it. He knows when the right time to do this, right, for his own portfolio. And when we were here, what did the media say? Like, oh, this guy's probably sold. Now he's showing the world, yeah, it's only me. There's no one behind me. There's no one. It's his own personal portfolio. Okay. And my thought about that is like, yeah, he could do it because he has the knowledge to do this. And so if you want to copy him, that's on you. I mean, he's saying it himself. Very risky. You know, I cannot, you know, time it just right like him. Of course, I'm suffice. You know, I'm happy with the position that I have in shares and all that stuff. So I'm zen. Like, there's nothing to be angry about, in my opinion. Again, book value, now it's $10. Okay. So, with the assumption that they raised $2.2 billion, okay? Now, they could raise more, right? That's another thing that you might not even, like, they might not even sell. What if they sell what if they wait and then sell on the run? Now that they learned that, oh, okay, so I thought the squeeze was over. Maybe management didn't know that, right? But they got the opportunity to sell the share at 22. Maybe they didn't know it was gonna go up to whatever after. I mean, that's possible, right? Because they might not even know what the market dynamic is, right? Again, I'm speculating. So now, at this time, what happened? It's like, okay, I learned this is when they raised the share the first time, right? This window right here. So now they learn, okay, now let's just wait. Instead of selling down here, okay, if you want to spike up the price again, I'm going to do, okay, like 15 million share here, 15 million share here, 20 million share here, you know, wherever. I mean, that could be an awesome war chest over here. Rich, it's cash rich, right? That means something. Cash is king in the environment of Great Depression, crash, or whatever. So all in all, it's a good thing for the company to do. I'm sorry, I haven't gone through your chat over here. Timing maybe, but you won't care later on when the price goes back up. Yes, of course. It is just a minor hiccup. The floor is getting higher on the price bottom after each of these move by RC Ryan Cohen, the The shorts are becoming trapped. Yes, I mean, again, how can they get out? Because if they're shorting over here, if they are doubled down over here, they're gonna force, I mean, in order for them to do what they're doing here, they spend a whole bunch, like hundreds of millions of dollars over here to try to beat the price down, right? Shorter date call option and all that stuff. You have to like 0 day to expiration date. Call option has been increasing towards this moment over here to try to tame the price down, right? And we all know this, right? As a long-term investor myself, I'm zen. Like, okay, if you want me to buy more at this price, thank you. Appreciate that. Now, let's talk about this gap over here. I've been kind of like looking at the gap fill. It seems like it's going towards that. So, you know, you might have the opportunity to buy at this price right here. You know, $22, right? So, or maybe right here, down here, another gap fill. That would be the mother of all support right there. $17, right? Why would I say that? Would be here. I mean, look at the historical price right here. So there's a solid floor over here, and people are complaining about it. Right? Now, I'm not a technical analysis person. I'm learning as I'm going, as we're in front of you here. But understand what you're getting yourself into. You know, hang in there. We will all win in the end, of course. If I had a pet rock, I would sell it to buy another share of GME. Of course. No one called me. Wait, no one called me when GME was at 60. Then yesterday, people are reaching out to me to tell me how much the stock went price drop, but it's up 70% from last 3 months, 69% in the last month. Yes, I mean, when doubt, zoom out, and people are, again, there's still Rams coming too, right? I'll show you in a minute here. And I'm sure, you know, again, in my opinion, leadership is here to operate a company, okay? The company has more money now. And my other perspective is that, let's go through the perspective here. Now, people were saying, what does Ryan Cohen gonna do with that, you know? What does leadership's gonna do with that billions of dollars? I give you money. Tell me what they're gonna do, okay? Let's say they are the dumbest leadership ever, right? I'm just worst case scenario over here, okay? The worst case scenario, they don't know what to do with the billions of dollars that they have. Let's just say they're so dumb, they don't know what to do with the billions. The best thing that they could do, the dumbest thing that they could do, is to put that $3 billion, you know, let's just say billion. I don't know what the regulation or regulator or regulation on companies' cash, what they could do with it in terms of like investing in something. The dumbest thing that they could do is to put that money in this treasury bond, right? So if they have $3 billion in the treasury bond, how much would they get? It's 100 and something. What is 5%? 5.5%, right? Like the short-term treasury bond for now, right? What is it? 3,000 times 5%? 5.5, right? The short-term one. There you go. $165 million a year just for $3 billion, right? If they're the dumbest, you know, leadership, and they don't know what to do with the money, the worst case scenario, the company makes interest. So imagine if they use that money to do something smart. Now, you know, of course, the shorters out there, they want, you know, Ryan Cohen to spend this money right away. It's like, spend it now. Spend it now so I know what to do, right? It's like, seriously? So again, this is why they're so antsy to know what he's going to do with this money, right? And that's the element of the surprise that you should be here for. If you're here in this company for the long term, I have to stress that. There's so many layers into this company, and people are just getting this the wrong way, and I know I understand when people are losing money and all that stuff. They think that they make this money based on whatever the OPEC cycle and all that stuff coming in. Emotion run high, and you always know who's the one that is losing money, right? Because the emotion runs high. It's like, oh, Ryan Cohen killed this. Like, no, he didn't. Like I said, he's operating a multi-billion-dollar enterprise over here. What do you want him to do? Right? And Ryan Cohen is not here for the squeeze, you guys. Get that out of your mind. Yes, he, the fundamental of the company will squeeze these people out eventually. You just let them stew. Let them, misstep, Let them time this right. Like they think that they make money over here. Okay, did you close your position? If you close your position, you made money. If the position is still open, you didn't. Okay, now if retail, if you want to short this, go ahead, do it. I mean, I invited you to do that. You know why? Because then you casting, it used to be $60. Now I get to buy it at 20s again. I mean, come on. Like, no brainer to me at all. I mean, there's no reason for me not to add more at this price point. Because when it was at 10, book value was only $4. Okay, now it's 27. I'm hoping that it's going to drop even more. So now it's almost like I get to buy GME at $10 again. You get me? Like, jeez, chill, Anyway, sorry. Okay, sorry. I'm so slow in my interaction here. We're now on the track to a higher low, higher high. Yes, all good. Could you check? I don't know what that is. I'm so sorry. Crypto person disclosure crypto. No, I don't know what that is. Yes, just like a person who owns the bank account, rates are high now. At the minimum, we could make millions in the interest on our billions. Yes, and that's what billionaires do. And they don't just spend with no assessment on what those, prospect of mergers or whatever. It's not going to happen in 2 months, And now that they have more billions, they could do that in 10 years, right? Let's say they wait 10 years to do anything with it. Okay? Let's just do that. And they're just so dumb that they don't know what to do with the money. Put it in a marketable security, right? For 10 years. $3 billion for 10 years. There you go. So now you have another $1 billion. So $1.6 billion into the... It's an infinite money glitch here, and people are so blind to that. It's like, because the media don't want you to realize that this is a snowball effect. And mind you, too, I know people would like to say, oh, there's no underlying business. The valuation is not what the company is worth. I understand that assessment, and I truly think that is also why Ryan Cohen doesn't want to, diminishing the brand of what GME could accomplish. That, yes, now is not the valuation that we are. However, I'm trying to do something here to make the company health better, right? And he achieved it in 3 years. Now it's all transformation. It's only up from here. I don't understand why people, ups and arms about this. And this is why I'm always looking for the opportunity to buy at the low. At the low. I don't always time it right. Obviously, I've been buying since over here, up here. Oh, right here, yeah. Like that battle of whatever this price resistance here, I was watching that. I was like, okay, I could buy it. I could buy it. So I've been averaging down dollar cost averaging down diligently, diligently. And if you look at his position too, mind you, look, his cost average is $21 per share. And people don't he's been averaging down as well. I bet you anything, he's been accumulating, and he doesn't always get it right either, but he was diligent and consistent in adding to his position because the thesis is still correct. So that's my point, is that if you're diligent enough, you'll be sitting pretty with the position that you have. The more you have, the better, right? At the lower price. I know people just pay attention to it right here, right? Starting to pay attention to it right here. And now people are losing money and they blame it on Ryan Cohen. Where were you when it was here, right? Because now it's dead. It's over, man. Why are you buying into this? Roaring Kitty already sold. You're an idiot to buy into this. Oh, it's a pump and dump. You are bag holders. Okay, well, don't you realize that those bags has diamonds and ancient coin that you don't even know how to evaluate the company? The valuation of it is. You hand me a trash full of ancient coin, okay, that you think is trash. That's what the perception of this company is, to make the analogy, right? And, how many people have been kind of wrong about the valuation of some, painting. They sold it at at the, what is it? Open house? Open house, no. Garage sale, oh, I got this painting for $1, and then come to find out it's $1 million, right? So people misinterpret something that they don't understand all the time. And so, yes, people were way too bearish over here, right? Thinking that it's going to go down to $5, and they don't buy it, right? Now, when GME is at 40, everybody wants a piece of it. So that's the nature of the market here. And when it was 80, oh, buy, let's go, right? And then when it dropped, what happened? Oh, it's a scam. It's like, and then when it pops back up again, oh, it's the greatest thing in the world. So train yourself to not be so what is it called? So emotionally involved in this, okay? Just understand the fundamental of things, right? If you don't understand this, then you have no business of buying this stock at all. Or buy call option, right? Now, or buy puts, again, if you want to short this thing, if you think you could make money by shorting to this quote unquote dumb money craze, be my guest. What is that to me? And again, if you want to sell at any point. I don't care. Because you're not going to stop this thing, right? Because Ryan Cohen, in my opinion, has done an incredible job at turning this company around already, right? To come from hold on, let me see if I have, hold on. Anything else I like to look at here? I know like people are like, we know this already, right? This drop right here, we know that already. But the increase in revenue, so net loss is slightly less. Okay. Okay, marketable security. So they did put more into the marketable security over here. So yes, I'm sure he's going to do that same ratio. 10% of it is going to be in the marketable security, right? And then another 90% perhaps is ready for merger, acquisition, or whatever, right? So it's remain to be seen. I mean, like I said, the worst case that they could do, they make money on the interest itself, right? There we go. Receivable, current asset, okay. I'm sure the ratio is a lot better now, right? From here to here, right? If you do that ratio, it's a lot better. And then shareholder equity is going to be 4 point something billion dollars now. Yeah, so now they could, completely pay off their liability for a whole year. So there's nothing to complain about here, in my opinion. The company's doing well. It's a matter how much money can they make per year, right? And so let's assume that they put it into the marketable security right now, right? Right, for $3 billion times, and then plus the underlying business. Moran's project that we might be able to do $100 million. I think that's pretty conservative, but let's go with that. So the next coming year, we'll be raking in $250 million. Yeah, I mean, that's a good thing, no? But let me remind people too. First quarter is usually the worst quarter in the history of this company. Okay, I mean, look at it. Like last quarter, worst quarter. Come quarter two, we were doing well. Boom. Come Christmas or quarter four, boom. We make money. We do make money. But look, quarter four. Okay, well, it's like we lose money over here. Don't know what's going on there, but perhaps we have too much store, right? Too much revenue, that unprofitable store here. And then first quarter now this year was a I don't know what happened there, but people were, I don't know, didn't have the money to spend anymore. Who knows? And then quarter of 2020, see, boom, boom, boom. First quarter, worse than the rest of the quarter. This quarter, doesn't support my data, so let me just throw that out. No, I'm kidding. And then this one, I'm sure that it's a cycle of the console business as well. At one point, PS4 or PS5 was like delayed or something like that because of the pandemic, shortage on chips and all that stuff. That plays a role as well. And so, yeah, business works in mysterious way. But let me get you to pay the attention to this one right here. Book value, right? Never in the history of this company. Now, this doesn't include goodwill, okay? Goodwill minus goodwill. In my opinion, goodwill is an intangible asset here that shouldn't be accounted, right? Because if anything happened, you would have this thing happens right here where you would lose billions of dollars due to goodwill impairment, okay? And so that's why I don't, right here, goodwill. I don't account for that because this goodwill could be taken out at any time that you have the economy downturn, Great Depression, or whatever. And so that's why this is the true value of shareholder equity, right? So if you have a true value of shareholder equity, only $2, like the maximum before Ryan Cohen got in. I know, right? Yes, retail have given Ryan Cohen or the leadership more money, okay? And this is retail majority owned by retail, right? And this is why institutions doesn't understand why we love this stock so much, right? But anyway, I'm just babbling right now. I'm sorry, you guys. I have no like direction on my live stream here. Another huge positive for GME is them getting into selling collectible. Of course, yes, we've been tracking that as well. Again, that's another. This is genius. It's truly knowing your customer basis. Video gamers are often into card collectors. Yes, so leadership has been doing improvement in that. My last live stream, I kind of emphasize on that as well. Just again, for people who are new to this particular company and just hear it on the social media, oh, this company doesn't make shit. Well, they're trying to turn this business around, like evolving into something different. Not, again, something different, sorry. Something more effective in knowing your customer, knowing your serving your customer the best thing that you could do, or the best that you can, sorry, and operating at a smaller footprint so that they could scale it in the future if they want to, right? So now it's about scaling. How fast can they scale it? But by the time you realize that they're actually a very profitable business, it would be too late for you to get into the company already. And this is the point of investors, right? You speculate on the future earnings of the company. But for some reason, people would love you to think about the back, like 10 years ago, they're a terrible business. You shouldn't be buying into it. But NVIDIA is going to be $10 trillion, so you should buy it in now. It's like, do you understand the psychology that they want you to think about this company? And if you don't understand that cycle, of course, you're going to be at the whims of whatever. And so, look, I'm not telling you to buy into it or selling into it. It's on you what to do with the company. But as an investor myself, I'm obviously, going to think good things about this company. The bad thing about this company, it could be addressed. Like the top line revenue, right? That's the growing pain that we have to address. I agree with you. The decline of top line revenue is a concern. However, it's not much of a concern if they get to keep more money on the bottom line, right? In my opinion, bottom line is much better than, or better marker to go by than the top line revenue. What good does the top line revenue? Think about it. Okay, so when they were making $3 billion, look, would you rather have a top line revenue of $3 billion and lose this much in the net income, or this one? Okay, hold on. Let me take this into a perspective here, because people are not looking at this at the right. Hold on. Hi, should I hide? Yeah. Cool. So I'm just like scrunch it. So when they were making, oh shoot, this is quarterly. I think I'm doing this wrong, you guys. Sorry. Terrible. Shit. This is a terrible live stream, you guys. I'm so sorry. I have to go through all this growing pain over here. Yeah, this is not a good assessment on things. So let me go this one. Don't have the yearly or trailing 12 over here. Right. So let's go over here. Of course, they have the have not updated the thing. Okay. All right. So net income. See, net income. You make this much in the positive, while when you have revenue of what? Let's compare. When look, 2019, the revenue is $8 billion. But guess what? We're down in the bottom line. So you would rather have top line revenue so high that you can't even make money? Does that make any sense to you? It doesn't make sense, right? Now, of course, this is like due to the pandemic, closing the door. Look, they lost $1 billion. This is what happened when you have a company that is so over leveraged to the tilt, right? When you have a goodwill value of $2 billion and you're too small to even, scale. And, when you lose a lot of money, in order to make this revenue higher, for what? So that Wall Street could valuate you at a higher price at a faster pace? No. Ryan Cohen is a conservative guy, and he's about slow growth, surely but slowly. Yes, if you want to be a shareholder, you're going to reap the benefit 10 years from now. Yeah. So, and then when that 10 years happened, the growth is going to be exponential, because people are going to be like dumbfounded. It's like, oh, I thought GME GameStop is going under. It's like you see this like video too. Look, like these type of sentiment 10 years from now, I'm going to be like, oh yeah, of course that's the sentiment.
GameStop stock is going crazy again. It started at around $21 this morning, peaked all the way up to $37, is now settling around $32 per share. But is someone trying to save GameStop? And why? It looks
right. So this is the type of a sentiment that you have, right, about the company. And so when the company has any sort of surprise, you have this price fluctuation, and then they say, oh, it's a meme stock again. Oh, it's just people being dumb. And, FOMO into whatever, right? Call option, Of course, that's going to drive the price up, right? Because you have, option chain that does this thing, okay? Now, enough about the fundamental, but I want people to kind of like think of it in the right way, right? And thank goodness you have Moran's Rants, on his channel. More people are coming in, understanding it at the right level of understanding, so that you don't feel dumbfounded when GME posts $200 million income, right? And it's like nobody was asking you. It's like, and then like, oh, why is GME at $1,000 a share right now? Is it the valuation that it should be? Well, remain to be seen, right? In my opinion, now they have the ability to increase their cash position even more. And eventually we're going to be on the S&P 500. I think that is valuable in and of itself. There you go. Now, currently, I'm sure I think we're 2 years away from S&P 500. And the reason why I said that is the 3/4. I want them to, be positive 3/4 in a row. And we're pretty close. I think this coming up quarter 2 earnings is going to tell us a lot more about the balance sheet and the growth of the company, right? And so if they could post, I don't know, $50 million in the first 2 quarters, because I have reason to believe that, or have reason to think that they might have explosive sell over here, on the trading card thing here. Right there. Boom, boom, boom. I mean, this is a value added that you would never seen before. Now they are a middleman, okay, on everything collectible, card collectible. Like I said, now people have the ability to turn in their PSA card, you know, into cash, store credit, whatever. And now, you know, GME get to hold this as an asset in their balance sheets. So yes, in my opinion, if the thesis of MOAS is right, that's good for the MOAS right there. If you still believe that, you know, there's hundreds of millions and gazillions of shares being sold naked, of course, I have to say that it's a speculation, obviously. I cannot prove that. But the company is doing well, right? And at every turn, every year, you know, hopefully, 2005, this coming quarter, 2005, sorry, 2004. No, the report on next year, the same time, you're going to see that quarter 4, we're going to get, you know, a lot more than it used to be. Like, you know, 63 versus 82, you know, because the profit margin, again, this is just my own projection here because, you know, yes, even though top line revenue is down, they continue to demonstrate that this one is going to go up. Income, right? That's the bottom line of the company. Like I said, there's no use of selling more stuff to lose money, right? Business should be selling more stuff to make more money, right? And that's where we're at right now. One word get out, gamers. We will buy their collector. Oh, okay, yeah. Let's see, this is genius. Pure genius. Yeah, just about the collectible stuff. Yeah, I know, like, oh, sorry. My thought is just scatter. Okay, so let me go through this real quick. I know I'm gonna end it a little bit here. I don't know how long I've been babbling down about this, but so of course I cover NVIDIA like in passing. Obviously, I have a skewed point of view on NVIDIA. I really think that they are pumping this to the public so that they could kind of like distract people, or this is their long against GME. Who knows, a spot bucket and whatnot, but just worth noted that there's some, you know, option chain activity over here that is kind of like ever since GME's been running, it seems like the same gamma ram over here is happening to the stock as well, NVIDIA. And so now when the stock 10-to-1 reverse stock splits happening, it's going to be, these contracts is going to be cheaper for people to buy. Now, I'm sure CNBC is trying to pump this to retail, and I, you know, biasly think that they are trying to get you to buy in the high and sell at, you know, dump. They're pumping and dumping GME right now. Pumping and dumping NVIDIA right now, you know, on the institutional level. Because in my opinion, anyone who have the ability to buy calls into NVIDIA is not retail, it's institution. So institution has been FOMOing into, you know, or at least cost the gamma ram over here for NVIDIA. Again, my speculation here, because, you know, when you have the call, look at this. It's ridiculous, you guys. It's almost like they're trying to mimic what GME is doing, right? I mean, if you look at the option chain for GME, the same option chain, right? And again, I have no proof, obviously. Maybe people are really enthusiastic about NVIDIA. But it's a canning it's a canning resemblance on what is going on here as well. So remember, institution has the ability to mimic any stock to try to, you know, misdirect people, and people are gonna get burned. I'm sure if they don't understand this play by now, people are gonna get burned, and that's why be careful. Just know what you're getting yourself into, and you'll be fine, sitting pretty. Yeah. In my opinion, shares is much better than call option. But if you know how to do call option at the right time, or put option at the right time, more power to you. Right? Do it. Get that money. And what I hope that when you get that money, so look at this. It's like people have been trying to ramping this up, and of course market maker has the ability to slam the price down at any turn. And if you look at the historical price, the short volume right here, nothing's changed, you guys. Look, 40% off exchange. But if you look at the volume, 66, like every single time that they look, short exam, 4 million shares short exam into this thing. So again, the shorters has doubling down, right? And the company is doing better. So that's, to me, an opportunity, right? Opportunity not only to buy the share at a lower price, and to do this over again next year, next 3 years. That's why I'm saying, like, this is infinite. There's nothing to be sad about, honestly, right? So, all right, well, I'll let you guys go. I'm so sorry. I'm kind of babbling a little bit here, but all in all, the company's doing well. What happened? You have Rowan Kitty coming back, proving to the world that he's not a robot, he's not an AI, and that E-Trade has committed a privacy violation here, because they post his they outed him to be on E-Trade or whatever. And so now, of course, like, I don't have E-Trade as my, I've never used E-Trade, but I'm sure people who use E-Trade knows that it was from E-Trade. So that's why I if E-Trade doesn't post that article or thread, I would not have known what platform he used to trade. That's my point, is that they violated his privacy. And to what extent? Why is it so to that point where they're scared? Like, if you're selling those calls to him naked, that's the only speculation I have. That's why they're ups in arms about it, meaning that they don't have shares. Even 12 million shares for them would be a problem if he exercised. And so, remain to be seen. I mean, they could smack it down below 20 by that time. Can they? Will they? I don't know. That's the exciting part. Yeah. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate you. I'm sorry. I'm kind of babbling. Hi, Manuel. I think you're at the end of my stream, but thank you for joining anyway. I was kind of recounting your experience a little bit throughout the stream. How are you with your position? I know you bought it $40. Did you sell at a loss or what? E-Trade is scared shitless. Yes, I mean, my speculation is that they don't have the shares, and they would have to be forced to buy it at a higher price than $20. If that's the case, for every dollar is higher than 20, they lose $1 million, right? No, $12 million. Sorry, assuming that Keith would have enough money to exercise those calls, right? I don't know what his strategy is. He never told me. I didn't think we need to worry about not having enough shares. No, okay, that's fine. That's fine. So why are they freaking out? Like, I don't understand the freak out nature of the media. It just seems like they are showing their hands, right? To me, again, if you have the ability to fulfill any order, do it quietly. You know, shouldn't they be like happy to have people trading on their platform, making millions of dollars every year just by, you know, people buying in, selling in, you know, skimming off the top here? The middleman shouldn't be freaking out in that sense, you know. It's almost at 50 and 60. Okay, playing with the house money. Ah, I see. Okay, smart man, smart man. Congratulations. Look, okay. So what is your entry right now? How do you feel about the price point right here? You think this gap's gonna fill? What is the price point that you don't have to share with me if you don't want to. Of course, none of this is financial advice. Do not trade based on this. I'm just an amateur here, and you know, I don't know. Manuel is probably an expert more than me, so that's seems to be playing very safe and all that stuff. So okay, what is it? So to me, I think 22 is a price point that, of course, anytime that I get to buy it at a lower price. Right now, in my opinion, because of these offerings, it's almost like I get to buy GME at $10 all over again, right? Because book value now is a lot higher in speculation, right? Assuming that they make $2.2 billion on this share dilution. So now book value is a lot higher. So my strategy now, you know, because it's 5 times its book value, right? It used to be $6. Now it's 10. So 5 times. I'm just raising my speculation here. So now it's $50. Anything below $50, in my opinion, is a steal. And then I'm going to raise this to $100. Okay, this is my own speculation here. Please don't make any trade based on this. I have a strategy going on here. Of course, I am going to keep on adding to my moon bag over here, you know, moon bag. I coined it a moon bag. Now I'm sure people have it. I know people like saying, oh, you are bag holders, right? And all that stuff. Okay, give me all that bags. It might have some few valuable things in there that you might not realize. There you go. So S&P 500 dividends, you know, fundamental improvement. And I want them to post $300 million trailing 12. So this next few years is going to be massive for the company. Company's cash rich, you guys. Like, what the heck? People are just not looking at this the right way. So, and you know, collectibles and all that stuff too. I only play with 1% of my portfolio. Okay, great. I'm fascinated by the meme. Okay. I'm not an expert. All right, gotcha. Yeah, see, like there's so many market participants out there that are coming into this company or this play for a different reason. And that's why I stress so much on knowing what you are, who you are, what side of the play do you want to be, okay? And just know that this is a casino, okay? If you want to be, think about it. I was, before I let you go, I have a kind of a thesis here. Okay, I have watched the meme like 2,000 times. Of course, the meme things too, like it's all good and fun, but I think, you know, Rowan Kitty has make an analysis 3 years ago. He has his thesis 3 years ago, and if people are blind to that, that's on them because they didn't think it was anything. They didn't think that this company is amount to anything. Number one. Number two, they didn't think that Ryan Cohen or any other leadership would take on the massive challenge to turn this company around. that's the surprise element, right? And on top of that, you have the media being so negative about it for no reason, apparently, right? Wink, wink. Why is such a negative sentiment on a company that is trying to survive in this environment, right? While people are laying people off like crazy, company has cash now. So the theory is, what if there's a Great Depression coming, right? Just like, let's say the stock price going down, like if there's a Great Depression, right? Panic selling and all that stuff. And I hold that belief too. There are, yes, calamity is coming, meaning people are, due for a correction, right? Stock market crash. Let's say it crashed and GME is at $2, right? Wouldn't that be another rinse and repeat again? Think about it. If the book value of the company is 10 and you get to buy GME at 2, what is the complaint, right? The complaint is, oh, I should have sold at 22. Well, then sell. You might get it at 2 or you might not. You see what I mean? So the perspective is so skewed sometimes, but that's what this indicator is showing you. Right? Right now, people are extreme greed, of course. On the 4 hours, on the daily. Look at the daily, like not even close to where the maniac is happening. But if you look at the weekly, it's even less. Now you're at an extreme fear. Rinse and repeat. I mean, have you learned anything? This is the best time to buy. Anytime when you have this, right? It's heating up, right? It's not as red as it used to be. But like I said, let's say people are like overly bearish on this company. You're going to get an opposite reaction to the upside, right? So in my opinion, 23 is the floor now for next week trading, in my opinion, right? If you again, do not place any trade based on this. The market is zero-sum game. Yes, I will buy GME around 15 if it goes that low. Okay, all right. At least somebody's is bullish at the point, right? Remember, you were waiting for single digit, and then you're like buying it at $40. Okay, right, okay. The psychology of people. I know. Hey, if you want to take advantage of the momentum and all that stuff, if you understand the momentum, and you're not here for the company, that's like the stress is to time it just right? And I'm all for it. Again, everybody is welcome here. If the volume is high, then quickly, okay, trade quickly on that. Yes. All right, guys. I will let you go. I know I'm not accomplishing anything, but I'm hoping to kind of get people to decompress over here and to think about it at the right point of view. But I hope I drive that point home there. The company is setting up for that exciting news, right? Whatever that news is, it's remained to be seen. I hope he doesn't say anything. Just a one-liner. Hey, we're doing well. Thank you. Bye. Boom. Done. And the media is going to be like, look at this. How could you trust this leadership if they don't say anything about you? All he's doing is diluting and diluting. Okay, diluting to add more cash to the company. Shareholder. Come on. Without any goodwill whatsoever. See what I mean? So that's good. All right, thank you. I appreciate you. I will let you go. I appreciate everyone who's being here. Bye.